After World War I, world economy was barely hanging on. European nations were rebuilding economies and were almost bankrupt. Only the US and Japan were in better financial shape than before the war. The US stock market was booming, but the American economy had major weaknesses that would cause the most severe economic downturn. In 1929, Wall Street in New York City was the financial capital of the world, and many speculators started buying stocks off margin. But the system only worked if stock prices were rising. In September, people started selling their stocks thinking that the price would lower soon. And on October, the gradual lowering of stock prices plummeted down, causing everyone to want to sell their stocks and no one to buy. And the market crashed. Within months of the crash, unemployment rates started to rise, while industrial production prices and wages declined. 9 million people lost money in savings accounts because banks had no money to pay with. Factory production was cut in half, thousands of businesses failed, and banks closed. U.S. prosperity was holding up the rest of the world, meaning if the U.S. economy weakened, the world's economy would collapse. The U.S. placed high tariffs on imported goods because the government wanted Americans to buy American goods to help support the economy. Their plan backfired, conditions got worse, and the countries who exported goods to the U.S. suffered. In addition, when the U.S. raised tariffs, so did other countries, causing world trade to drop. In Germany, where they had printed lots of paper to pay wartime expenses, they suffered of severe inflation. In 1933, FDR was elected president and began a program called the New Deal. The New Deal started large public projects that provided jobs, and financial aid was given to businesses and farms. However, President Roosevelt only increased deficit spending by $3 billion to fight the Great Depression. If he would have spent more, it could have ended the Great Depression. Frequent changes in government made it hard for new democratic countries to have strong leadership or move towards long-term goals. In peaceful times, a country could get by on weak leadership, but it became a major problem in times of crisis. So many young democracies turned to totalitarianism in response.